Oh, are we real? Are we real? Are we live? Hold on. Let me hop on. Let me pop on the music. Ah! Is that too loud? Wait. Okay, hold on. Are we here? I don't know. I don't know if we're here or not. Are we alive? Are we alive? Ah! Ah! I can't see chat. Hold on. Wait. Ah! I don't do this a lot. Hi guys. It's been so long. Can you let me know if I sound okay? I don't know if I'm too loud or what. Hey guys. Hey. I finally figured out how to stream myself drawing, and it is so roundabout. Honestly, it is the most roundabout way for streaming. Okay, hold on. Let me let me show you actually. Okay, so right, here we have my draw. I've already started this one. I don't know if that's cheating or not. But here we have my tablet screen, all right? Now, you're probably thinking, "Oh, okay, so he's probably just like plugged a USB into his computer or something so that he can stream his tablet." No, I don't know how to do that properly, so I just had to do the most roundabout thing possible, alright? So here's what I'm doing right now. Here's how I'm showing you this. I've made an alt account on Twitch where I'm streaming from my tablet on Twitch, and then I'm going onto Twitch and I'm going onto Twitch on my computer and I'm watching the stream on my computer and streaming the stream that I'm watching on my computer that I'm streaming from my tablet. Hence the little like Twitch icon in the top right. And you'll never know which account it is. You'll never find it. You'll never find me. It's my secret account. You'll never know. But yeah, so that's what I have going on. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. There's a lot. Oh my gosh, okay, I've streamed only like 4 times on here, but there's never really been like more than like 2 people watching. So this is a bit scary. But hi guys, I've already started this drawing because I was drawing earlier today, and then I was like, okay, can I try and figure out how to stream drawing? Because I do so many doodles that are just kind of like, I just end up posting on Tumblr, and then like, hold on, and then just like never really, oh, that's the wrong brush, and then just never really doing anything with them. But with this one, I was just like, well, I've been wanting to do like a drawing stream for ages. Maybe I can try and figure out how the hell to do that. And I mean, sorry, that's a message. I mean, here we are, I guess. I've been like, I've been just kind of like, I guess procrastinating is one way to put it. I have been like, yeah, I've essentially just been drawing the characters that I already have instead of designing the ones for the new video. So I figured I'd at least like give y'all something to while you're waiting for the next video, because I mean, it's probably gonna be a while, especially with college stuff, and then also when I have free time, I'm literally just doing this. Have I forgotten my own design for this character? Am I a fool? Yeah, hi guys. Sorry, something's fallen. And I completely overreacted. Okay. But yeah. So I just figured I'd like give you all something to wait with instead of just nothing for ages. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can get up a reference photo for myself, because I've forgotten my own design like a fool. There we go. Okay. I've got to memorize it though, because I've got like, okay, this stream is like so backwards, all right? Because I'm streaming on OBS. Can we make OCs for your AU? Yes! Oh my god, that would be so cool. Can I just say, like, can I just say, it's been like so like incredible how many people have gotten invested in this to the point of like drawing fan art for my designs. It's amazing. Like, I haven't gotten like a crazy amount, but enough to be like, oh my gosh. What I've started doing is I've started making like a little, every time somebody makes fan art, what I've been doing is I've been downloading it and I've been keeping it in a little photo album on my tablet, because it's just, they're just so precious to me. Everyone's so talented. Everyone's so creative. But like, it's genuinely like mind-boggling to me that people like, I was gonna say like F-word, but I really should refrain from swearing, because I want to try and get my channel monetized soon and I want to be making money. Are we ever gonna see a Justice League for your universe? Ooh, I don't know. I kind of, because there's so many, like, that I would really love to do that, but because there's so many like Batman characters just from the Batman universe specifically, I don't know if I'll have like one thing that we need to keep in mind is like, I am just like one guy and I am also like going to college and stuff, so as much as I'd love to tell every story ever, I'm still limited to just like what I can manage to do, and even this is a bit of a huge like project. But I would love to, if like in the far future, that is something that I would love to do, because I do love DC a lot. By DC I mean like the characters and stuff. Like I would love to do like a Superman thing, or maybe like delve into the Flash character. I love the Flash as well. Can I just say? Oh my god! And like the Teen Titans as well. I would love to redesign the Teen Titans at some point. I just like, I don't know when I'll get around to it, you know? But yeah, are we ever gonna see Oracle's mech? Oh my gosh, okay. Can I just say, I've already started designing it. I haven't got around to coloring it. But I've already started designing it. It's gonna be very based off of like Evangelion, like that kind of thing. I haven't watched much of Evangelion actually. I've been meaning to watch more. I started it and then like I just was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then I forgot that I'd started it. But yes, absolutely at some point. I've literally just been like, I've been doing so much doodling. I might show some of because I don't think I've posted all of the doodles that I've done on my Tumblr. I might show some on this stream at some point. I want to see if I can finish this piece. This is all just Cass. So like I'm going to be drawing her in the Batsuit, and then I'm going to be drawing a like close-up of her face with this one. And then this one's going to be like her in like a cool like gothic outfit with the pointy haircut. I'm kind of like, oh, question, what favorite obscure character from canon DC, villain or otherwise? I don't know if Condiment King counts as obscure, but he's based. I just have to say, he's so based. 100% Condiment King. This is so I'm actually having so much, I know we've literally just started, but I'm having so much fun. Oh my gosh. I'm getting like no drawing done though. I don't know, this is kind of, the anatomy is feeling off for me. Hold on, let me see if I can like, get out of the way. Let me see if I can resize this. No, that looks awesome. What the helly? Oh gosh, I'm getting so many chat things. Oh. Um, hold on, let me just read that a bit. I'm struggling to keep track because the few times that I've streamed, it's been like 2 people. Will Superman look more human or more alien? Oh, that's actually an interesting question. I'm a big fan of like less human designs. That's kind of difficult with Superman though, because isn't the like point of his design that he kind of just like looks like a normal guy? I don't know. I'd love to add more like inhuman elements to his design though. But it is, there's also the case of like it's so iconic now that it's kind of hard to change too much to the point where he's like kind of unrecognizable, which is something that you can do with like some DC characters, like some of the more obscure villains. Like my version of Ratcatcher looks absolutely nothing like the original version. Well, sort of. But like with Superman, because he's so well known, it's kind of hard to think of what to change in a way. But yeah, I would really love to redesign Superman at some point. And even like the more kind of like lesser known Justice League members, like oh, I love Booster Gold. I actually really love Booster Gold. Okay, hold on. Penny Plunderer. Oh, hell yeah. He's actually a character. Oh, you mean Condiment King? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. It's like there's so many more people than I was expecting. On the Teen Titans topic, could be a prequel or one-off focused on Dick and how he interacts. That's a good point. That would be really cool, actually, because with Dick, he's not gonna play much of a part in the first volume. Okay, the way that the comic is gonna work, at least how I'm thinking it's gonna work, is because I'm putting it on AO3. What I'm gonna be doing is each like story that I want to tell are going to be the like quote unquote volumes. So like volume 1 is going to surround like, it's going to be an introduction to Batman. It's also going to surround like the introduction to Tabitha, and it's going to focus on like Oracle. And the way that it's kind of going to work is like each volume is going to be its own separate, I guess. You know how like different, it's going to be their own separate works, but on like the same account. And each like, so like each volume's gonna be introducing like a bunch of different characters. Like it's gonna be the introduction to the Riddler and Penguin, and I'm not gonna spoil anything else. But because of that, and because I'm like choosing to focus on like 3 or 4 protagonists in that one of which, like, while Dick is like already a member of the Bat family, he's not going to be like as focused on in the first volume. He's going to be more focused on in the second one, which is also going to introduce like Firefly and stuff. So but like being able to have more with him would be really useful. I mean, you can make him look plant-like. What, Superman? Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that would... I don't know. More eyes like a spider. Okay, you're cooking, actually. Hi, no idea who you are. Randomly found your stream in my recommendations, but I hope you'll have a good stream today and good things in life for the future. Thank you! Oh, that's so sweet. Is that Psycho Chomp? Wait. Where? What if you made Superman an alien, but he can change himself to fit in? Ooh, that's actually so cool. That's such a good idea. Hold up. What the? Did someone? Why can I just hear a creature? What was that? I'm trying to keep up with I'm struggling to keep up with chat at the same time as drawing. So if I just stop drawing for a second, that's why. Sorry. Hey, it's a bat, man. Ha. Sorry. Do you like the Absolute Batman comics? I've heard a lot about them. I haven't read them yet, but like the designs for the like villains are just so cool. I'm like, even from just hearing about it, I'm a big fan, basically. So I do want to get around to reading them at some point, because it really does seem so cool. You're so super, man. Is this the bit now? Is this the bit we're running with, guys? Because photosynthesis. Oh, that's a good point. Each volume will focus on certain characters, but the stories are being released in the proper order, right? Yeah, I'd say so. I think, well, like, canon timeline-wise, it's gonna kind of be like everything up until, well, I won't say everything, because like some crazy stuff has happened that probably won't like in canon that probably won't come up in the like AU I'm writing. But basically, like, the story's gonna start kind of like a few years after Jason's death. So that's definitely I'd say that it's mostly gonna follow like up until like all the events prior to the story's start are just gonna pretty much match like what's happened in canon, and only like after the story starts is it gonna kind of like deviate a bit from that, like, and it's just gonna become its own thing, really. But yeah, I'll release them all in order. Shoot. Sorry. I have a chai. Because I have a chai because I wanted it to be like cozy. But I forgot to drink it because I've been yapping so much, and I just like, because it was getting cold, I chugged it kind of, and then I choked. Okay, you know what will help? Washing it down with more chai. Top 5 DC villains. Ooh. I don't know. That's so hard. Okay, well, Scarecrow's definitely up there. Scarecrow's one of my favorites. I think he's like, I think I talked about this in the like first villains reader design thing, but like he's so underutilized, I found, and I feel like he's just like, he's so based, guys. He's so based. Wake up. Wake up. So he's definitely up there. I think there's so many to choose from. It's so hard. I really like Ratcatcher, but I know that not much has been done with him, really. I like the concept of him, I suppose. I like and I like my version as well. I'm a bit biased because I like my version. But then also my version is kind of just me. Not really, but you know, let a guy dream. That's peak performance right there. That's transition goals, is whatever the hell Ratcatcher is. I really like, who else do I like? Okay. I had a like huge Harley Quinn obsession when I was small. Nowadays, not so much, but I do still like her. I don't like Suicide Squad version of her, like the Margot Robbie version of her, if I'm being completely honest. I think Margot Robbie's like great, but I just I don't know. I really like the Batman the Animated Series version of Harley Quinn. She's everything. Then I really like Professor Pig. He's not very well known, but I do really like him. He's very, very creepy. I don't know where he would fit in my AU, but I will try and fit him in because I really like Professor Pig. How many have I chosen? I haven't been keeping track. I think I should have been keeping track. Oh my god, how could I forget the Riddler? Oh my gosh, I actually love the Riddler so much. He's literally my scrunkly. Like, literally, most versions of the Riddler, I love. Big fan, 10 out of 10. And then also, Penguin as well. Love a good bit of Penguin. Specifically, I love most versions of Penguin, but specifically either the Gotham version, because like I just think that version's so unbelievably underrated and amazing, and also the version from the Batman 2022, because 2022? Yeah, I think so. Because he's epic. Colin Farrell is epic, and so is Paul Dano. Epic stuff. It's fine, multitasking is hard sometimes. I know, I didn't realize how much it is. I'm normally fine just drawing when on call with my friends, but now I'm also like scrolling through something and also like aware that people are watching me draw. And it's like, hold on. What if Batman was called Freak Man and instead of the Joker, it was the Freaker? Chat, send that guy to the Shadow Realm. Superman glasses make him look more human instead of him changing, so he don't intrude other superhero powers. Yeah, but, and like shockingly, it's shocking how much that works just based off of like people who wear glasses. And I don't know if you've ever known someone who like wears glasses for ages and then suddenly start using contacts, and it's so scary. I'm talking from experience because I don't wear glasses anymore, but the difference is I never needed them. Not that that's a flex, because it isn't. I'm ashamed that I ever wore them because I didn't need them. Why so freakious, Freak Man? You're supposed to be in the Shadow Realm. Go sit down. Why didn't Batman call the Justice League? Is he stupid? I don't know. You're right. He just needs to... Okay, guys. The comic is actually gonna be, like, 2 pages long because something bad happens and Batman just calls the Justice League and then everything's fine. And they sort it out. He goes, hey, Superman, come help me, and then everything's fine and it all works out. I'm so happy you saw my comment. Oh my god, I literally jumped with joy. Oh my gosh, I just saw it again. Start jumping. Sorry. Idea alert. You should draw Superman, but every power shows up in his design in some way. That is... Okay, that is how you make the most overstimulating design possible, and I love it. I will do that, he said, knowing he probably won't, but, you know, I would like to do that. You good? That's a good question. Please don't die. Oh, was this when I was coughing? Oh my god, I'm so far up. Hold on. I'm scrolling through it so slow. Where? Transition goals, homeless man. For real! For real! That's what I strive to be. I strive to lose my house. Transition goals, on the street. Yeah, I have no idea who Goblin is. This stream randomly showed up on my feed and I got possessed to hop on. Oh, good! My possession demon is working. Yeah, that's how I get new viewerships. Instead of buying bots, or, like, you know, being good, I just, like, hire a demon to possess people to click on. It works like a charm, you know? I mean, like, what can I say? What works, works. He scares me. Me? What? No, what are you talking about? I'm so nice. I'm so nice, guys. Don't even worry. I'm not in your walls. I would never. This chai is so cold now. I don't know why I'm still drinking it. Hold up. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get to the bottom of chat now because I'm so far up and I'm so far behind. Oh god. Here's a harder question now. Favorite non-Batman DC villains. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, Lex Luthor is... I just like him. I'm under pressure now. I'm a fake nerd. I can't think of any others. To be fair though, I did forget Riddler. So, and he's like my favorite ever. He's my freaking favorite. When do I stop jumping? Oh no, wait! How long have you been jumping? Oh no! Never stop jumping. Yeah, sorry, you're not allowed to stop jumping now. Sorry, just the rules. I just keep, okay, hold on. I keep like drawing and then just erasing the same button over and over again, and I can imagine that's becoming really infuriating to watch. Imagine if Batman summoned the Justice League over every tiny thing that happens. Like he sees a fish flopping out of the water and calls the entire Justice League over it. That is, you know, that is just me and my friends. I'll see like I don't know, I'll see like a cool speck of dirt. No, I'll see a speck of dirt on my bed and I'll start freaking out and I'll call my friends and I'll be like, help, I know you live across the country, but you need to come and help me. Oh my god, there's a stray piece of dirt. You will never reach the bottom? No, wait, guys. No, wait. Keep it, please, guys, wait. No, stop. You're never gonna see me. I'm gonna be trapped here forever. I'm never gonna finish this piece because I'm just gonna be scrolling through chat forever. The train keeps going faster. No. Oh, I've gotten to the bottom. I'm just watching Batman x Superman yowing to pass the time like a champ. That's so real. I respect that so much. I'm sorry that you had to resort to such drastic measures. But at the same time, good for you. I'm walking to class and I can tell most of us have the tism, as my friend says, and I love it. Yay! How important is that button? Look, okay, alright, listen, it's really important, okay? It's the most important part of her design. It's the thing. What? This is awkward. I'm sorry. As a professional, nobody important, I can confirm you need to move on from the damn button. Look, it's really important, okay? I just need to keep drawing this button over and over again, okay? And then everything will be fine. Alright? I don't get it! Why is the button not working? How many moths could a killer moth kill if a killer moth could kill moths? That's a good question. At least 5 killer moths could kill a moth, I think. Because if you really think about it, the moths, when they're killing, they're really killer. So when you're killing a moth, then they could... I don't know why I typed mother. Screw that mother! That's... yep. Well, I will if you're not careful. I understand the button struggle. Thank you. Thank you. At least someone's on my side here. Okay, I need to move on from the button. I need to lock in. Maybe I'm scared because I've, like, forgotten the rest of her design and I'm using all of my screens to read chat right now. I'm, like, my reference is on my phone and I'm using my phone to read chat. Like, I thought you were taking inspiration from the George Clooney bats. No. 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 No, I have to delete this now. I can't unsee it. No! Well, guys, everything's ruined. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna abandon chat for a second so that I can reference my own goddamn design. Like a fool! I'm sorry. You're gonna have to fend for yourselves for a moment. Okay. Lock in. Oh, the buttons are way okay, that's why it looked off, because the buttons are just way smaller than what I've been drawing. Okay, so there's one here. There's one there. Aha! There we go. No, that still looks off. Okay, move on from the buttons. Okay, I'm moving on from the buttons, guys. I'm moving on. Alright. What else have we got? I wish I could see... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and... I wish I had photographic memory so that I could actually be competent. But, alas, I cannot. Button revolution! Yay! Look, I'm sorry that you guys can't trust the process, alright? This is my process, drawing the same button over and over again until I get it right, okay? You guys just don't understand the artist struggle. Who was that? Who was that I just channeled? Just forget about the button. The buttons don't exist. Yes, they do! Yes, they do! You're lying to me! No, I'm not. I'm not too focused on the small details. I'm just, I'm locked in. No, you're right. Yeah. Okay, hold on. But yeah, I had like a list of things that I was going to talk about in case no one showed up. But well, one, people did show up, and two, I don't remember what they were. This evil gay goblin wants to steal all of your buttons. The woke left want to steal all of your good Christian buttons. Are you really gonna let them? Trump 2026. What if Batman was called Bartman and he was just really scared of the Simpsons? Oh my god, that's so true. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? No! Oh man. What if, hey guys, what if Batman was actually... No, I don't have one. No, do you guys ever start, like... start saying a bit and you're just like, oh my god, this bit's gonna be great, but then you don't come up with a bit and you've already started saying, like, we ever do a Q&A? I did one a while back, but that was like, I've gained like quite a few more like viewers since then, because it was right after I'd released the Rat King, and that was kind of like the beginning of like people actually seeing my stuff. Also, really funny pattern that I've noticed is that I will like release something that's kind of like a second thought. This has happened twice now, once with the Rat King and once with the Batman thing, where I'll release something as kind of like a second thought, as like, oh, well, I might as well release this because I've made it. And then it'll completely blow up. And then I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Now I can release my project that I've been working on for like several years. And I'll release it and like no one will watch it because they'll just be focused on the other thing. Not that I'm not grateful. I'm so freaking happy that the Batman thing is popping off so much because I'm genuinely passionate about it. But it's a really funny pattern that I've noticed. Anyway, what was the question? Oh yeah, we'll ever do a Q&A. Absolutely. I want to do another one because I think the one that I did a while ago, like, it's very old, and also like some of the stuff in it like just isn't. Some stuff has changed since then, and I'd quite like to be able to like reintroduce myself, you know. But this is kind of a Q&A, but just about Batman instead of like me as a person. Oh god, there's so many chat messages that I've not read. What if Batman was called Cartman and South Park? Also, hi JJ, hello, hi. That's so true. That's so true. Why didn't I think of that? You guys are so talented. Why didn't I think of this stuff? Oh jeez, guys. What if Batman was called Batman and he was an anthropomorphic baseball bat? That's so true. I didn't read that fully for a second, and I just saw a long word that ended with ick, and I thought that it was just like, what if Batman was called Batman and he was homophobic? Like, that's so true. Where can I read your story? Ooh, okay, so it's not out yet because comics, turns out, take a long time to make. But where I'm planning to release it on AO3 because there I won't get copyright struck because it's a fan work. And like, I know that like comics aren't commonly put on AO3, but I figured out how to do it. I have successfully figured out how to upload images onto AO3, so it will be going on there. Yay! I'll try to make it as accessible as possible because I know that AO3 is a very old website, so it's kind of hard to access. I'll try and put it on like other stuff, as other like fan stuff, like fan websites as well. But like, I just say AO3 because it's like the first one that comes to mind, kind of. But I'll make it as accessible as possible. I'll put links up on my Tumblr, and I'll make a video about it when it's released as well. So as many people as possible will know where to find it. But like, yeah, the way that the development of the comic right now is essentially, the way that I'm doing it is, because I've never made a comic before really, the way I'm separating it into like 3 different, like, I guess, like writing processes, I guess. First one is I'm writing out like the basic story beats, like everything that happens in the chapter, like the arcs that everyone goes through, and like the like chapter titles and stuff. Which is, that part of the first volume is now finished, so that's pretty cool. Then what I'm going to be doing, and the step that I'm currently on right now, is I'm going to be writing the full comic in script form, not like novel form, like script form, like a movie, because I found that it's easier that way to map out like not only what everyone says and like does, but also being able to write to my future self like, hey, this panel is going to look like this and stuff like this is going to happen in it, which is much easier to do than like the kind of flowery descriptions of like a novel based like writing. Like, instead of describing things in a like artistic interpretive way, which is what I'm bound to do if I do like a novel thing, because I'm just like that, I'm able to just be like, okay, this is what happens in this, right, just like draw it, and then I know for the future, and that's the part that I'm currently on. And then after I finished, after I'm on the final draft of the script, that's when I'm gonna start drawing the comic. I came here from the Rat King. I immediately knew you were Peak. Thank you. I'm shocked that that's still like, the Rat King is still popping off to this day. Like, I appreciate it. I'm like, I didn't think that, because this was an art channel for so long, I didn't think that, sorry, I'm getting some water. Stay hydrated, guys. I didn't think that my like music would really pop off quite as much, but the Rat King really did, and it's still doing well to this day. How long ago was it that I released that? I think like a year now. But yeah, good stuff, guys. I am artist, I have the tism, so I know where you are. What? You know where I am? No, please don't dox me, please. Yes, I will let them have I will let them have the Christian buttons. I will now be playing with my tarot cards from my backpack. Ooh. Very cool. How many eggs do Batman eat on Tuesday? I mean, like, at least 5. He's got to keep his protein up, you know? Just on Tuesday, that's the egg day for Batman. That's not that whatever that means is up to interpretation. But that is Tuesday for Batman, egg day. Yep. AO3 isn't that old, right? I'm sorry to break this to you. It really is. Darn kids not knowing what AO3 and Wattpad are. What can I say? Do the bats ever sign autographs? Do the villains sign them too? Okay. I've actually really wanted to like delve into what I think, because I really like thinking about what just your average Gotham citizen thinks of the crazy stuff happening around them and the specific like different villains and heroes. I think it depends on the person. I think that Batman, if he's feeling generous, and also maybe if like the person that's asking for the autograph has like just gone through something traumatic, he'll be like, okay, fine, sure. For your average Joe, he probably won't, because he has stuff to do. Damien, definitely not. He absolutely refuses. I think Dick will absolutely stop to sign someone's autograph if they ask. Jason, definitely not. I think Tabitha, maybe, but she'll probably sign it with like a really bad little scribble of like a penis or something. Like, she's not gonna be like taking it seriously. I think like Cassie doesn't know what they're asking her to do. She just looks at the piece of paper that they're holding to them and just doesn't know what it is. Like, she has no clue. Maybe she'll, like, take the paper. I think what she might end up doing is she'll just, like, take the paper and just put it in her utility belt and leave. Stephanie, absolutely, and she'll take selfies with them as well, whether they want them or not. She will be taking selfies, with their phone. Duke, maybe? I'm not sure. I think so. I think Duke would. Duke is like... I think Duke would sign the occasional autograph if he has time. I think, Catwoman... Yeah, I think so. And she'll draw, like, a cute little, like, cat doodle next to her signature. Hold on, I need to catch up with chat. I'll get back to this topic. I need to catch up with chat because I get stressed for some reason when it doesn't. Hold on. Stop talking so fast, please. Oh wait, it's actually not that bad. What kinds of media are you interested in outside of Batman stuff? I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so no secret, I'm a big fan of horror. After the like Batman comic is finished, I absolutely plan on making a horror comic. I've been planning it for ages. I have a whole story mapped out. I want to. I love horror so much, especially psychological horror and body horror. They freak me out. Speaking of horror, I love the Magnus Archives so much. My first proper drawing video is on the Magnus Archives. I love it. I need to catch up with the Magnus Protocol. I haven't listened to enough of it. I'm going to be doing that at some point. I don't know when, but I'm gonna be. What else do I like? So many things. I like so many things. But of course, when I try to think of what I do like, despite the fact that it's always there, my mind blanks. What do I like? Who am I? Where am I? Where have I been all these years? Oh, Deltarune. Absolutely love Deltarune. I'm very excited. I'm currently playing through the 3rd chapter with my friends. I love Spamton so much. He is me and I am him. What I found is that anything with just like a money obsessed like piece of shit who's also like completely washed up and pathetic, I love them. I love them so much. That's my favorite kind of character. So characters like Spamton G. Spamton, Grunkle Stan, who else? Quark from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Like, that's my favorite genre of little guy. That's my favorite genre. Madoka Magica I love so much. That's another thing. Madoka Magica, like, big inspiration for me. Big fan. Amazing Digital Circus. Speaking of Amazing Digital Circus, I Have No Mouth But I'm a Scream is a huge inspiration. So much stuff, actually. To the point where I don't think I can even get into all of it because of how much there's so many things that I like. I'm a consumer, man. They call me the media consumer. They call me the consumer the way I be consuming media on the daily. Hold on, let me catch up with chat. Want to hear a fun fact about the most popular Batman actor, aka the guy who voiced Batman in the animated series? Is it that he's gay? Is it that he's gay, perchance? Oh, Scribble question. Hast thou heard of Sol 4? No, actually, I haven't. Hello, Nilio. Hello. I'm mesmerized by this beautiful hand and the way the brush slides around. I am so easy to entertain. Yes! I've won! I've done it. I've entertained you. Huzzah! I'm so pleased. Feral, are you a small cat? Maybe. You don't know. You don't know what I am. You don't know who I am. You don't know me. I love body horror. Yes, good. I found my people. Very good. D&D as well. I mean, I've never met this man in my life. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, D&D. Huge fan of D&D. Also, I've never played it before, but I really want to play a Call of Cthulhu campaign. That is something I really want to do at some point. I don't know if I want to be DMing it or if I want to be playing it, but I really do. I just need the time, because I have no time. I have no time anymore. It's time for my big shot. I have a cold. No! It's okay. Wait, oh my god, the music that's playing is so fitting. It's okay, just listen to this like 5 times a day and your cold will not get better, but you know, at least you'll have listened to this. I'ma be real, and I might be beaten up, but I do not get the Magnus Archives. It insists upon itself. I get that reference. I know what you're doing. I don't know if you genuinely don't like the Magnus Archives, though. That's chill. Everyone is allowed their own opinions, and because I do understand that it's like a very long podcast as well. It's like crazy long, and it takes a while for it to like kick off. So I do get that it's kind of like not for everyone, but if you have time and you're into horror stuff and like you don't mind that it takes a while for the plot to like kick off properly, I highly recommend the Magnus Archives. It is so good. Genuinely so good. What's your opinion on the SCP Foundation Wikidot? There's some really good horror content on there. I love SCP stuff. I've never locked in and gotten crazy obsessed with it, but I do really like it. But yeah, big fan of SCP stuff. I have vague memories of being small, and my friend at the time, who secretly hated me, convinced me that the what's the pale guy that like screams if you look at him? That guy. They convinced me that he was real, and we were in a forest at the time, and he told me that it was there with us, and we ran up the hill out of the forest because we were scared. And I remember that very vividly. Would you rather smash Sans Undertale or Sans Deltarune? But they're just so different. I don't know. That's a good question. Alright, you know what? Sans in Deltarune, he owns a convenience store, alright? He's a stable businessman, alright? He's a provider. I have to go with Sans Deltarune. Soul4 is an animator on YouTube. They do paper doll animation. Ooh. I'll definitely check them out. They sound really cool. There's no music? Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Has the music that I've been playing for the stream just not been playing this entire time? Or are y'all like messing with me? What are you drawing exactly? What do you mean? What do you mean? I thought it's Cassie. There's only been silence. Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. Is it cause is this good? Can you guys hear this? This is hold on. Will your comics focus on the realistic side of Batman? Or the more fun part of superhero comics? Honestly, I kind of want a bit of both. You can hear the music? Yay! Oh man, I've had this muted the entire time. Okay, for reference, what I was referring to is the song that was playing at the time was Spampton, the Spampton theme. The one that plays at the beginning of like every YouTube video I put out, that one. But yeah, probably a bit of both, honestly. I kind of want it. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Spider-Verse, in like visually, but I mean like what isn't, I guess. And then I do want to, like, for that reason, I do want to like very much lean into the like comic book kind of like a little bit campy superhero stuff, but I also do want to like get into more. Especially the first volume is going to be very like heavy on the politics of Gotham City and like the state that it's in, I guess, like the corruption. I'm still entertained though. I've been a hyperactive gremlin of a human being. Hell yeah, we love that. We love that over here. It's very quiet music. Okay, hold on, let me turn it up. Is this good? I just don't want it to be overpowering my voice, but I don't think that it is. Hold on, it stopped playing now. Hold on. How's this? Is this good? Is it good enough? This is good enough for you freaks. This is good enough for you, you hungry vermin. Sorry, I love you all. Hold on. Scribble. Question. Very important question. Your take on old Minecraft horror monsters. They're real. They always have been. They're real. They show up in the game. It's just a very rare chance. Anyone who's ever said that that's not the case has been lying. Alright, gotta go. I'll rewatch your old Batman videos to refresh myself on the lore. Oh, okay, bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by. Hello. But yeah, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, about like Gotham citizens' opinions on like the vigilantes and also the villains and stuff. I think I was gonna like think about it more in depth and make like a post about it because I thought it would be fun. But honestly, I feel like just like deciding on the spot now, because I think it's such a fun idea of like thinking about the fact that like Gotham citizens are basically just people, and they're just like they have their own. I'll also kind of like be inspired by, I don't know if like you're around for that thing on TikTok a while back, that were like, it was just people making posts on TikTok acting like they were actual like Gotham citizens. It was awesome. I loved it so much, but it also made me think like, what would Gotham citizens like internet be like? Like, surely there'd be a whole thing about like, oh, Gotham is like a horrible place to live. We have this guy and that guy. What if Herobrine was called Villain Brine, but he was actually just a chill dude who helped you out in the background while you played the game? Oh my god, that's so true. Oh my gosh, you guys are so creative. Hold on. Just wanted to thank you for inspiring me to pick up my pencil back up and work on my Ghostbusters AU. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, okay, my favorite thing in the whole world is hearing that I've inspired someone to be creative. That is literally my favorite thing ever. I'm so happy. But yeah, that sounds so cool as well. Oh my gosh. Yay! What if Villain Bride got added into the game and with every new update and patch? Yeah, they should add Herobrine one day. Okay. One thing I really want to happen is I want Minecraft to just add Herobrine one day and not tell anyone. I think that'd be really funny. We have a guy that dresses as a bat and fights a clown thing. Yeah, but I feel like also each villain would kind of have... I feel like at least one of the villains would have like a... You know not Ted Bundy, it was someone else who had like a Netflix show based off of them and then had a bunch of fangirls and it was really like a problem. I feel like one of the villains would have that on the internet and it's either the Riddler or Mad Hatter. But I can't decide who. Also, I feel like the Riddler is absolutely a Twitch streamer. We've been mentioning Barbatos, the evil bat god that is the cause of all the shit that happens in Gotham. I'll be real, I didn't know about that. Maybe. I'll do some more research and then I'll get back to you on that. Scribble, can I pelt you with rotten tomatoes to draw your attention once I complete a project involving your music? Well, I mean, you don't need to throw garbage at me. I'll be there. I'll be watching from the shadows. I'm always watching. Every time somebody creates something, I'm there. Doesn't matter if it involves me or not, I'm there. But yeah, that does sound awesome though, absolutely. I've been drawing my OCs from my original world as I watch this. Yay! Oh, that's awesome. You remind me of my friend who I play D&D with sometimes. I almost dated Satan in that campaign, but we had to kill him to escape hell after meeting his estranged werewolf daughter. I'm so sorry for your loss. That must have been really hard. Riddler me this, Gothamix. Find me on Twitch. Yes. Riddler has absolutely made like an ARG of some kind to find his secret Twitch account, and only the smartest Gotham citizens can find it. What Batman villain would have the most subs on YouTube? Ooh. Okay. Let me truly think about this. So, considering the kind of content that they'd be making, I feel like Harley Quinn stuff, at least my version of Harley Quinn, it would mostly be like political stuff, which some people would be into, but it would also be like not popular because of that. Riddler would absolutely just be like, Riddler would be making like, well, it would mostly be gaming stuff, honestly, let's be real. And he'd probably be like cancelled like a couple weeks into blowing up because he's just an asshole. Penguin does not know how to pick up a phone. So definitely not Penguin. I think that, okay, Scarecrow would be making like 5-hour like essays on psychology and like the psychological effects of like fear, and he would be like he'd be putting like, they'd be 5-hour long videos and they'd have like 500 viewers and they'd all be completely like entranced. It would be literally like he'd literally be posting works of art and would be like this niche like YouTuber. The Joker would be making like brain rot that has not like the most incomprehensible brain rot videos. Like he'd be creating new brain rot. It would just be like the most heinous stuff you could find. And then like one video is just like, I don't know, like a get ready with me video. Catwoman, I think, is a true crime podcaster. She 100% like, okay, a true crime podcaster slash makeup artist. So she's like, She's doing well as well. She's doing well on YouTube. I think Ratcatcher doesn't have access to a phone. Firefly. Firefly keeps... Okay, Firefly makes, like... I think Firefly has a cooking channel, and he keeps... And also, like, okay, a cooking channel, but he's specifically cooking with, like, fucked up inventions that he's just making. So each video is full of him, like, electrocuting himself by accident, and, like, all of his inventions going wrong. And then every two uploads, he'll make a post being like, I got logged out of my YouTube channel again because I blew up my phone. I'll be back as soon as possible. And he'd be doing great. I've been drawing one of my favorite characters while watching this. I love drawing while watching streams. Hell yeah! Hold on. Oh no, I need to lock in and start reading the chat more. Riddler's Twitch account is probably him just solving a Rubik's Cube one stream at a time. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. He'll just, like, be solving children's puzzles to make himself look smarter. And just, like, being like, yo, this puzzle's arse. I solved it in, like, 2 seconds. And not acknowledging the fact that it's made for children. Watching your Batman vids provided great inspiration and motivation for developing my OCs. Yay! Yippee! Oh, that's so nice to hear. Sorry to bother you with so many questions. This one will be the last one for the night. Thoughts on Sebastian Solis? Ooh, I need to do... Okay, again, with the fact that I need to do more research, because there's so many characters. I don't know much about Sebastian, unfortunately. Also, don't worry about there's no limit to the questions. Don't even worry. Riddler would record multiple gaming series with his friends and then say he'd edit them himself and then never think about them again. Yeah, I wonder who that could be referring to. Joker is the brain rot. Yeah, pretty much. Joker would swap between brain rot and insightful beyond compare. Yeah, and then one of the videos is just a life leak video and is instantly taken down. Pressure mentioned. Real. Hold on. Firefly is B. Dylan Hollis on crack? Yep! Absolutely! Also, I am going to be right back. I'm gonna fill up my water. Behave while I'm gone. Or I'm gonna get really, really cross. Hey guys, I'm back. Have you guys behaved? Have you guys been on your best behavior while I was gone? Let's see. Oh my god, why has everyone just said everything while I was gone? Pushes over a dustbin. Hey! Hey, guys, wait! Hey, don't do that! Hey! Stop that! Sit back down. Sit back down right now. You have to watch me draw a button over and over again. Stop this madness. We were good. Oh, good to know. Is that why the place is trashed? Is that why the place is completely trashed once I'm back? Look at that dustbin. Look at the state of that dustbin over there. It's blown to pieces. How could you? Do you guys want to hear about my D&D campaign, or should I shut up? Nope, I want to hear it. Nope, you're on the spot now. I've said it out loud, you're on the spot, you have to. Okay, alright, I have to abandon chat again for a second to take a look at my reference photo, because I've once again forgotten what my design looks like. Okay, let's go. Alright, that is done. Okay, I'm back. Good night, Scribble. Good night. Have a lovely, lovely night. Misbehave again. Hey now, I wasn't gone that long, alright? It all started in the 1920s. Go on, I'm intrigued. But yeah, in regards to like the way Gotham citizens like view the different villains and stuff, I can't decide which. I think it's more likely that there's like tons of fangirls for the Riddler, just because he's kind of the most, I guess, like conventionally attractive villain, I think. Sort of, not really, but you know. But yeah, the 1920s started in the 1920s. Thank you. I would have never ever known that. You know, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that incredible fact. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think a majority of the villains for most Gotham citizens are just kind of seen as an inconvenience, because at the end of the day they kind of are, because most of the villains are kind of targeting more like the higher ups of Gotham instead of just Gotham citizens, I guess. So I think minus like, there aren't too many like, I guess minus like, I guess the Joker and like, well actually that's not entirely true. I think that there are some villains that like, they aren't necessarily targeting Gotham civilians, but there are like a lot of casualties that they just don't really care about. Like for example, Scarecrow is probably going to be targeting like someone important, but they like, he doesn't really care if some like poor person trying to get to work or like go grocery shopping gets hit with like the fear gas and starts tweaking out. Like, he doesn't care. Oh, this looks wrong. What's happened? What happened? Yep, something's gone wrong here. I hate when anatomy just doesn't anatomy. Very eat the rich coded. Yeah, most Gotham citizens are, honestly. They kind of just like, they're kind of just, because of the city that they live in and how badly neglected they've been by like the Gotham higher-ups, they very much do have like an eat the rich mentality, especially the metahuman community, because of how badly they've been treated. That looks a bit better. But yeah, speaking of which, I don't think I've talked about this in a video yet, but I've kind of like, this is kind of a recent development, but I've kind of changed up like the timeline, well not the timeline, but like where, like what time the comic is going to be set in. Like originally it was just going to be like modern day in just like a slightly corrupt city. Well, not slightly corrupt, but you know. But then I kind of like thought about it a bit more and I was like, okay, well, I could do this, but I feel like this AU kind of needs a bit more spice, you know? It needs a bit more something different. And so I decided to have it be more set in a more like futuristic version of Gotham. So it's gonna be set in the year, I think I decided on the year 2030. So not that far into the future, but far enough for technology to progress like a significant amount, kind of. So the, like, Gotham is kind of like, you could, on the surface, it seems very technologically advanced, like, everything is kind of a bit more technologically advanced in the city. Like, most jobs have been replaced with these things called owl bots that take the, like fill in roles as, like, in things as small as, like, shopkeepers, and then also there's a lot of owl bots that work as, like, security guards and, like, police officers and stuff like that. And so they're very, very prominent now, and because of this, well, one, they don't work very well, and two, because of this, there's not many, like, job options available in Gotham City anymore, because they've all been taken by owlbots, which surely could not be representative of anything happening in real life. But that's also kind of like what's responsible for the rise of metahumans, is because one of the only jobs that's left, and I say one of because it's not the only job left, is working in these factories that kind of like create the power source for all of these technological advancements. And the power source just so happens to contain a mutant gene that if people are exposed to for too long, they have like I think, like 50% chance of giving birth to a metahuman. Hence the rise in like metahuman children in like the recent decade. But yeah, and also it's not just like owlbots that are taking like jobs and stuff. That's not the only thing that's an issue. Like, there are so many technological advancements in Gotham now, like there's high-tech trains, like pretty much everything that you would like expect in like a modern city, like stairs and doors and stuff like that. Pretty much all of them have become like automated. Pretty much everything has become automated, but because everything has become automated, and more things are becoming more and more like quote unquote technologically advanced, the higher ups of Gotham are more focused on funding more and more projects and more technological advancements instead of putting their money towards the technological advancements that actually like already exist. And so all of the technological advancements have become basically unusable. So the city is kind of like almost unlivable because of like an attempt at improvement. Yeah, this could, futuristic style, Victorian era working conditions. I like it. Hell yeah. It's a case of like history repeating itself, you know? I love that kind of stuff, so I really wanted to incorporate something like that. This could be a great setup for more technologically advanced villains. I know it's a stretch, but maybe Shriek could fit in well as an enforcer or even a Talon. Maybe, I don't know. What does Bruce do to help as Bruce? That I'm still kind of thinking on. I think because of my decision for him to kind of like be playing up his role as kind of like a dumb billionaire that's kind of ignorant to what's going on. I don't think he does anything publicly. I think he definitely uses his money to donate like to charities and stuff like that and try and like, he definitely doesn't fund the technological advancements. Because he goes out onto the street every night and he sees what's going on and how livable the city is. And while he doesn't fully understand what it's like to actually live like that because he doesn't have to, he's rich, which will definitely come up. He still sees what's going on and he's like, okay, I'm not funding this isn't working. So his money mostly goes towards charities, specifically charities for like metahumans or I can imagine he'll probably be doing, again I'm still figuring it out, but I can imagine he'll probably be doing more for the city the further into the story we get, because sorry, water. Sorry. Because I want part of his arc to kind of be like looking outside of his own experiences more and like seeing what's going on around him and like the struggles of other people and stuff like that. Which he does already do when the story starts to some extent, but not like fully. What does Bruce do to help around the house? Oh, nothing. He's a fucking slob, honestly. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. Hi, I just joined. Hi. Hello. What were Thomas and Martha Wayne like when they were alive? Was Thomas still a doctor? That's something I haven't thought about yet. Because there's a lot of like, Thomas and Martha are kind of like an interesting case because on the one hand there's a lot of opportunities of like what to do with them, but at the same time I feel like with a lot of Batman stories ignore that. I feel like with a lot of Batman stories they're very, very focused on Bruce's past and Bruce's childhood and his parents and stuff like that. And, like, we've seen that a lot of times. So as much as I'd like to get into Martha and Thomas, I'm not sure I will focus on them as much as, like, what's happening in the present. But I think they... It's a good question, because on the one hand, you could just, like, do the same thing as, like, what they are originally, as just, like, good people that have inspired Bruce to become a better person even after their death and stuff like that. Or you could go down the route of them being, like, kind of corrupt. And I know there's also, like, a plotline of them being, like, members of the Court of Owls when they were alive, which is kind of cool. I might do something with that in the future. What are some villains that you really wanted to fit in your verse that you couldn't manage to find a role for? I've been meaning to talk about this because I know that a lot of people are going to be really disappointed, unfortunately, with some of the villains that I've decided to leave out. But it is something that I do need to talk about because, like, with some villains, like, sometimes you just gotta kill your darlings. And with some of the villains, I just couldn't really find a place for them with the themes. Like, one thing that I think people are going to be really disappointed about is the fact that I couldn't find a place for Bane, really, or Mr. Freeze. I'm very disappointed about that as well. Oh god, sorry. But unfortunately, it's just kind of like, because there's so many characters, both villains and heroes, that I have to think about, and I want them all to kind of like fit the themes in a way. Like, some of them, if they just don't, then they just don't. Like, I remember I really wanted to do something with Reaper as well, and like a bunch of other obscure villains that I might still redesign, but I can't guarantee that they're gonna like be in the story, because unfortunately they're just like, I just can't really find a place in the universe that I'm creating where, like, I can do something interesting or new with them, you know? Please don't make the Wayne parents evil. Always hated that twist. That's fair. I don't know. I mean, I get, like, wanting to, like, add a kind of, like, turmoil to Bruce's relationship with his parents. But then again, I kind of just, like, I kind of don't know if I even really want to do anything that interesting with them. Because, like, there's so much potential, and I want to get around to doing, like, everything, but obviously I can't. Because, like, you don't want the story to be too, like, over-bloated, you know? I want it to just kind of, I don't want it to overstay its welcome. I want it to kind of just, like, be this cool little thing that, you know, I don't know. Fun fact that may be cool to hear. In one of many Earth 3's Owlman origins, Thomas Wayne Jr. was originally a hero until he discovered his parents were just as corrupt, if not worse, and snapped. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, Owlman is really interesting as well. I did really want to do something with him, but again, I couldn't really kind of find the time nor, like, the, like, a place for him in the story. Is that circus music playing? I don't know which track was playing, but probably. Do you have plans for a version of Killer Moth to show up? No spoilers, my friend. Just, make sure to stay tuned for the next video. That's all I'll say, that's all I'll say. Bane is definitely a climax villain. We've already got the Court of Owls, so he would eventually be overshadowed and become, once again, a generic strong henchman. Yeah, that's kind of the issue that I had with writing Bane into the story, is that, like, I just, as much as I do like the character, I couldn't really think of anything interesting to do or how to make him stand, like, I don't think that this is always the case, but I kind of feel like Bane only works when he is the big bad. Like, the full-on big bad, because otherwise he just does become, like, the strong man, you know? I don't think that's always the case, though. Don't quote me on that. Can you guys tell I have autism? Can you guys tell I have autism? Game recognizes game, absolutely. But yeah, it is a shame though. I do wish that I could just do, like, just make all of the Batman villains work in my universe. Because, like, there's so much potential with all of them, really. But yeah. But again, I don't want it to be overbloated. I don't want it to overstay its welcome. I want it to just work as what it is. I really like, ooh, I really like this shoe. I really like this shoe. Hold on, how does this look? You know, that doesn't look half bad. I think the proportions are a little off, but I'll fix that later. But yeah. What's your favorite Batfam member that you've remade? Also, what's going on with Alfred? Okay, guys, Alfred is going to be in the story, I promise. I haven't gotten around to drawing him yet because I know that I'm probably not going to do anything new with his design, so it won't be that interesting. But he is going to be in the story. He's not going to be too focused on, but he's definitely going to be in the story. Alfred is based, and I love him. I would never leave him out, I swear. Also, favorite Batfam member that I've remade. That's kind of difficult because I do really love them all. I think... Honestly, I've become very attached to Tabitha. I've put a lot of myself into her. She's progressed a lot since I first decided to change her so much. And I've also been, like, writing for her a lot, considering, like, oh, this leg is way too long. Considering the fact that she's very focused on, she's actually, like, being introduced in the first volume, and that's the volume that I've been writing for the most. So I've gotten very attached to her. I've also gotten very attached to, I didn't think I would as well, but I've grown very fond of Barbara. And I really love Cassandra and Lux and Duke and, like, all of them. They're all my scrunklies and my babies, and I love them. How long are you planning to stream? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been streaming. 1 hour and 30. Okay. I don't know. Just until I get bored, I guess. I don't know. This is fun. By the way, are people still escaping from Arkham Daily because the Owlbots keep conveniently malfunctioning? Well, I've kind of, like... Honestly, yeah. I think, like, people will definitely be escaping more often, like, after most of the villains have been introduced. Because, like... the common thug isn't gonna know how to just, like, mess around with the Owlbots to the point where they kind of break. But, like... most of, like... it'll start happening more and more the further into the story we get. But Arkham's never been a great place, like, for security and just in general. I love your take on Oracle, thank you. Forgot about Tabitha, love trans representation. Yes! Honestly, I don't know what, like, possessed me to change, like, Tim's character so much, but I'm glad that I did, because I do really like Tabitha. It was a very self-indulgent decision, but a decision that I don't regret. Plus, trans rep, you know? Also, I've been asked a couple times why I didn't make, Tabitha a, like, trans guy instead, considering Tim's already a guy. I don't have like, great answer because, honestly, like, either would have worked. I just kind of wanted to see more trans woman representation. And I thought it would be kind of cool. That's kind of it, like, but I don't regret it, you know? I remember you said in a video that Bruce was traumatized so much he refused to murder or something, like a mental cap. What inspired you to make that? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of like an interesting take on it. I think it's also, I wanted to make an explanation for, like, his no killing rule beyond just, like, the fact that it is morally wrong to kill people. I wanted it to be kind of like, I wanted to become a moral dilemma very much. It, like, the story will very much focus on it at some point, especially when Jason comes back. That's going to be, like, a big focal point. Yeah, I just wanted to do something kind of new with the no killing rule. Yeah. Something is looking weird about this drawing, and I can't put my finger on it. Hello there. Hi. Who has a higher kill count, Damien or Jason? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. You need to do some math in that as well, because I'd say Damien probably started killing, like, since he was, we'll say maybe like 7. He started training when he was young. And then stopped when he's around, I can't remember now when he joins Batman. He'd have to be around like 12 or 13, I think. And then Jason started killing after he was resurrected. And so he comes back from the dead when he's 25. I think, if I remember correctly, if, like, not on the canon version, on what I've, like, decided on. And I felt the urge to make a 6-7 joke. Honestly, I don't blame you, just given the fact that I'm no better than you. Not specifically on 6-7, but on the fact that literally I've started responding to most, like, in real life, by the way, I've started responding to people, like, telling me good news with, oh, Sigma! As if that's a response. I didn't know that you do live stream too. I don't most of the time. I haven't for, like, ages now. This is a new development. But yeah, what was I saying? Damien would have probably been killing for, like, we'll say, at least 6 years. Whereas Jason would have been killing for, like, when, like, Damien actually comes into the story, which will be in, like, it'll be quite far down the line. Jason would have been resurrected for, I haven't decided fully yet, so don't quote me on this. But probably around, I don't know how many years, maybe like 3 or 4, is like a rough estimate. So if he starts killing when he's 25, and then, like, so he'll probably have been killing for, like, 3 or 4 years. Whereas Damien's been killing for, like, 6. So probably Damien, honestly. Can I ask about your YouTube channel? Yeah, sure. But yeah, plus there's also the added thing of like, who kills better? And it's probably Damien, because he's been doing it since he was 7, and he's just generally much more tactical. Not that Jason isn't tactical, but he's also very much like, he's very impulsive. Like, he's very much a like, charge in first, plan later kind of guy. But yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about beforehand, or if I was even talking about anything. Yeah. Competitive killing like Legolas and Gimli. Oh my god, that's actually... I would love for that to be the case. I think, unfortunately, Damien probably stops killing after becoming Robin. But that would be like... If that wasn't the case, that would definitely be something that happens. That's so awesome. And I mean, maybe when Damien's older and is like, kind of like... I don't know what Damien's arc is gonna be fully. I don't know if he just like fully... If he's gonna like fully stop killing because it's wrong, or if he's only not killing because... Oh, I've forgotten the knee pads. Whoops. Or if he's only stopped killing because Bruce is like, hey, don't do that. So maybe if the latter is the case, then they'll be doing like killing competitions when Damien's older and can like kind of decide for himself what kind of methods he wants to be implementing on the battlefield. I was just wondering because I was looking through a channel and find out that you have talk about Hazbin Hotel 2. Yeah. Hazbin Hotel is an interesting topic. First, okay, before I get into this, I'm just gonna put this out there. If you like Hazbin Hotel, that is totally fine. Like, everyone is allowed to like what they're allowed to like. It's not like bad to the point where like... What I'm saying is that it's completely fair to like it. I can see why people like it. That being said, I think while in that video I was kinda harsh, I don't think that I was harsh enough. I think that if I were to make another video on Hazbin Hotel now, it would be much more harsh, if I'm being honest. And that's why I probably won't. Because I like keeping things positive. I'm not the biggest fan of the Helliverse. Used to be, not as much anymore, unfortunately, but again, it's totally chill if anyone who's watching right now is into it. Like from the Lorax. I don't know what that was referring to, but yes. Would Damien take up the role of Batman when getting older? That's kind of... okay. That is something that I need to do more thinking of, because there's so many options for who will become the next Batman once Bruce has retired or passed on. And most of the, like, Bat family members are kind of great options. For me, it would kind of be in between Damien and Cassandra. And I know that Cassandra, like, can't become Batman, per se. But if she were to, like, take up the mantle of, like, Gotham's, like, #1 protector, that would kind of make the most sense to me. But I don't know. If you count Under the Hood as an accurate comic, wrong. He was planning revenge for like a year and a half straight and didn't kill the Joker while he had to wait for the confrontation. Also, I'm being weird about it because I want to be able to correct all the misinformation in the comics. No hate to you. That is chill, honestly. I'm kind of just making up my own timeline anyway, so it's never been accurate to the comics. They would battle it out to see who. Honestly, that makes sense. I hate that it has become controversial to like things. Don't worry, be cringe. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I say that it's totally chill to like Has Been Hotel if you want to, because like it's completely fine. Like at the end of the day, as much as I don't like the show, it's really not that big of a deal if other people do. Just like enjoy things that you enjoy. You don't have to like, it doesn't have to be a masterpiece for you to like get some enjoyment out of it. Maybe I'm just a snob. It's who could brood the best. Yeah. That'll be an interesting confrontation. I'm cringe, but I'm free. I hear that. I hear that. But Alfred is immortal. Yeah, no, Alfred's never dying. But yeah. Okay. We've been streaming for like an hour and 50 now. I think maybe but yeah, I think maybe we should end it here for today, but I do definitely want to do this again because this has been like so fun. But yeah, like I didn't expect so many people to show up as well, which was really fun. I loved answering you guys' questions. I do want to get around to finishing this doodle as well. So maybe I'll try and finish it on stream next time. But yeah, and overall I do just genuinely want to stream more. I love being able to interact with you guys. I love that we've like, while there are like quite a lot of you, like all things considered, I like being able to, like, I like that there aren't too many to the point where I can't interact with you guys. I love being able to interact with you guys, and just yap, really. So this was great, because normally my place for that is just, like, Tumblr, and, like, the Tumblr Ask feature. But being able to do that, like, on my channel is great. So I'd love to be able to do more of this in the future. So yeah, just stay tuned for more streams in the future, I guess. They'll for sure be coming. But yeah, thank you everyone for rocking up. I'll see you all in a bit. Bye bye.